Can I tell you something I was too scared to admit for a long time? I used to say I lost myself in that relationship, like something happened to me, like I was just going along and then suddenly gone. But that's not the truth. The real truth is, I didn't lose myself. I gave myself away, piece by piece, choice by choice. Every time I swallowed my truth, every time I accepted less than I deserved, because somewhere deep down, I wasn't sure I deserved more. That's not a relationship problem. That's a self-worth problem. And the moment I stopped blaming them and started looking at me, everything changed. Today on Empower Her Vibes, we're going all the way there.
Used to need somebody in the room to feel complete. Couldn't stand the silence, had to have somebody near me. Thought being alone meant something was wrong with me inside. So I feel the emptiness of people who aren't right. Now I cook my favorite meals and eat them slow alone. Let my candles pour my wine and feel right at home. I've been laughing at my own jokes, crying my own tears. Took some time, but I became the one I needed all these years. I'm my own best friend now, I don't need saving. Took myself on dates, now I can't stop raving. Call me on a Friday, I might already have plans. Yeah, there with myself, and girl, I finally understand. I'm my own best friend.
Welcome back to Empower Her Vibes. I am Kalonda, and today, episode 2, we are going into one of the most important reframes I have ever made in my own life. There is a sentence most women use to describe what happened to them in relationships, in careers, and seasons of their lives where they gave everything and kept nothing. That sentence is, I lost myself. It sounds true, it feels true, and it is doing you enormous harm. Here is why. When you say you lost yourself, you are describing yourself as a passive participant in your own disappearance. Something happened to you. You were going along and then suddenly you were gone. Like something that was taken from you while you were not looking. The real truth, the harder, more powerful truth is this. You did not lose yourself. You gave yourself away. Piece by piece, choice by choice. Every time you swallowed your truth to keep the peace. That distinction is not about blame. It is about power. You cannot retrieve something that was lost, but you can absolutely reclaim something you gave away. If you were the one leaving, quietly, in small pieces, then you can also be the one who comes back. What does giving yourself away look like in practice? It looks like agreeing when you do not agree. It looks like interpreting someone's silence as your fault, automatically, before you have evidence. It looks like morphing, over time, almost imperceptibly, into whoever you sense the other person needs you to be. Your preferences shifting, your opinions softening, your standards bending. You become expert at being whoever the room needs you to be, and you forget who you are when no one is watching. When you do not believe you deserve much, you stop asking for much. When you stop asking, people stop giving. And then you have evidence for the belief. The cycle is self-sealing. What did you give away? And when did you start giving it? You cannot take back your power from a situation you had no hand in creating. But you can absolutely reclaim agency over a pattern you have been participating in. That is where the power lives. You are not valuable because someone chose you. Someone chose you because you are valuable. And confusing those two things is what has been running your life. Your actual standards, not the ones you write about, but the ones you demonstrate through what you accept and what you walk away from, are a direct mirror of your self-worth. There were seasons of my life where I had given myself away so completely that when someone asked me what I thought, what I wanted, what I needed, I genuinely did not know. Not because I was empty, because I had been trained to override the answer before it fully formed. The most dangerous thing that happens when you silence yourself consistently is that you stop generating the thoughts in the first place. Where have you been making yourself invisible? In which rooms, at work, at home, with certain people, have you been present in body and absent in voice? Here is the crucial thing to understand. That was not a character flaw developing. That was a woman learning to survive her environment. The strategies that protected her then are keeping you stuck now. The armor that kept you safe is keeping love out. The smallness that helped you fit is preventing you from fully living. Here is the shift this entire episode is building toward. You cannot reclaim power from a situation you had no hand in creating. But you can reclaim agency over a pattern you have been participating in. That reframe is where your work begins. The second part of the shift: separate your story from your identity. The things that happen to you are not who you are. The choices you made from a place of low self-worth are not your permanent character. They are evidence of what you believed at the time. And beliefs can change. You did not lose yourself. You gave yourself away. That distinction gives you your power back. Because if you were the one leaving, you can also be the one who returns. Stop saying, "I lost myself." Start saying, "I made choices from a place of low self-worth, and I am making different choices now." As always, I have a few tools. Tool 1, rewrite the story. Every time you catch yourself saying, "I lost myself," replace it with, "I gave myself away." Feel how that shifts the agency. Then ask, what specifically did I give away? Name it, write it, see it clearly. Tool 2, the self-worth inventory. 2 lists: how I treat the people I love, how I treat myself. Same categories: the patience, the grace, the standards. Write them out side by side. The gap between those 2 lists is your work. Start there. Tool 3, identify one pattern you have been participating in that you are ready to interrupt this week. Not forever, just this week. One pattern, one interruption. That is how the reclaiming begins. You did not lose yourself. You gave yourself away, and you are the only one who can take yourself back. That work starts now. I will never abandon myself again. I hope after this episode, you feel a little closer to that promise too. I love you. I will see you next week.